It's pie time.
Due to some violent content
intended for mature audiences.
Parental discretion is advised.
The following program is closed captioned for the
I was eating ass today.
You're excited. That little trick.
No.
Where are you bringing your ass?
It's the Morning Moose Show.
Stupid little button here.
Stupid news. There we go. Hey, I'm Moose. There's Nadia. Give me a second so I can get my goddamn camera working.
Hey, Super Nintendo. He said, always something keeping me from joining the streams, but not tonight. Cold beer and some herbal medicine keeps me through the bullshit this week. I'm working with some very dangerous herbs.
Go to the beach and get to the green giant.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that just happened. Suck
Gross.
it, Trebek.
Hey, Super Nintendo. How are you doing? I hope you are well. What are you
God
signed
damn
for
it.
already? The show just started.
It's always something. I'm just,
Nope.
I just can't win here.
Oh, my God. Are you doing a whole bit? Are you doing a whole sad bit right now?
Hey, let's play a game where, like, you figure out if I'm stalled out, frozen, or if I'm fucking with you.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, but just do it intermittently throughout the show, because if you do it now, I'm going to know what it is. That's you fucking with me.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, great.
It's cold.
It's cold. We'll get one of the little heater things. We have a little heater thing in our, I guess, in my studio, which is really just Tyler's office.
I
So-
do have one here. I'll show you.
Oh, okay. I think someone might have tried to chop off my finger today, and I'm like not quite sure how to feel about it. Moose, that's it. No one can see that.
You can see that. I can see it. You
Oh.
can see it.
Okay. You could have just said, I have a radiator. I didn't need like proof.
I deliver. I bring evidence. I'm me a I'm the
picture.
opposite Joe Rogan. I bring proof and evidence.
I need a picture of the radiator holding today's newspaper.
Oh, otherwise it doesn't count.
Oh my God. What if you dressed up your radiator every show? That'd be cute. You know
Yeah,
how
burn the
those old-
house down.
Oh, right. That whole like.
Yeah, you can't
house.
put clothing on radiators for the most part.
Whack. Hey,
That's-
Trisha. Trisha Jones is here. Trisha Jones.
Hi, Trisha. It's so nice to see you or see that you're here. You.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on board. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Coming up, we got a Am I the Asshole? Now, there's a couple options there, and you and I haven't talked about what we want to do with that. But
Yeah, there are several of Am I the Assholes on deck.
By the way, an update on the Am I the Asshole we talked about on Monday with the newborn baby and the mom.
Mm-hmm.
Jody says she has no problem with that because, and she's coming from a purely like our experience, like nobody got us the shit we wanted or needed on our registry. Nobody helped out. Nobody did any kind of food, anything for the most part.
Y'all have terrible family and friends. This has been established.
I know. So there's a little bit of bias there, but I told her, yeah, but I think my issue with that whole story, and I don't want to rehash the whole thing. You can go back to Monday's show and replay it. I think I marked it. But anyway, my whole thing is like, yeah, but you don't like put that in writing. It's almost like, almost authoritarian to do that.
Yeah, it's very demanding. And there will be another Am I the Asshole coming up later in today's show. Hello, Trisha. But something really weird happened to me at work yesterday that I am like, I don't know if this is me or if that was actually weird that happened. So all my bosses were gone, so I was the only one at the office. I was all by myself. And I told them they can't leave me by myself anymore because whenever they leave me by myself, something fucking weird happens. Like now there's a group of homeless guys who camp out at the top of the stairs who call me mommy when I walk by, and it makes me want to roll around in glass. Thank you.
Like they call your mommy like, "What's up, mommy?" Like that?
No,
or
it's like very like they're older guys, and they'll just be like, "Hey, mommy, how's it going?" And I'm like, "That's almost worse. That's almost worse. Hey, Judy, she's all engaged now. Hey, bitch. Hey, girl.
I'm getting married.
no one could get married during the year that I'm getting married, Judy.
Yeah, bitch.
Anyway, so
Bitch.
an Amazon guy comes to drop off a package that one of my bosses ordered, and I like answer the door and I get it, and I'm like looking at it because sometimes they deliver, there's 2 suites and sometimes they mess up the suite number, and the guy's standing there and he stares at my finger and he stares at my ring.
The Amazon
goes,
guy.
Yeah, and he goes, wow, that's a pretty good looking ring you got there. And I was like, are you gonna rob me? Like, what is this?
I know,
Who
what
says that?
Is that's not like hitting on you. You can't really hit on somebody who's got a big old rock on their engagement finger.
But it was so weird. I was like, are you gonna cut off my fucking hands?
You
What
want-
is that?
It's like,
That's a-
what's your
that's a-
motive here? What are you
Right.
getting at?
Like, I'm trying to decode this. Like, you can't, yeah. Wow.
Your mind was like, beep, boop, beep, 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 boop, boop,
I was
boop,
like, okay, I have a ring on my finger. So if you're trying to hit on me, I don't know what you thought the end game was gonna be. And then also, if you're
You're
just
gonna be like,
trying to-
get this off of me now. Come play with my boobies.
Bleh, booby rings. And then I was like, and if you're gonna stab me and take the ring, like, you're at work right now, so that's probably not the best time to do that either. It was just so weird. Oh,
That is
That's-
weird.
it's quite a nice ring you got there. I was like, okay.
Did you ask? Did you follow up with anything there, or just
I
kind of
was
like
like,
turn your head and walk
okay.
away?
I was like, I'm gonna close the door now. Thank you for the USB drives that we ordered. Like, what the fuck is that?
You didn't. So you didn't follow up with like, what? What are you talking about?
No,
Maybe-
I just went like, oh, yeah, thanks. Thanks. My boyfriend's home and he does Tybo.
He's 305 pounds minus 270. He'll kick your
Shay-
ass.
Shay said, I joined late to hear about Nadia stabbing someone. Well, you missed it. You missed it, Shay. God damn it.
You're lost, Shay. I can't believe he bled out and you jumped into the pile of his blood and just wafted around it. And it was, ooh, yeah, sweet blood.
Mm, precious food.
Precious blood. Precious blood
So-
food.
That was an interesting thing that occurred. And then I have another story for later on in the show regarding my spending freeze and how I fucked it up already on accident. Total accident.
Do you normally,
Fuck my bad.
do you ever have any conversations with not conversations, but anything more than a thanks and a have a good day with delivery people? I imagine in an office setting, you being a front desk type person, you probably do.
Yeah, there's like, but it's weird because we have almost like a different delivery driver every day. You know, the male guy, we had the same male guy for a while, but now it's a male woman. It's not the same person anymore. So, you know, I developed, now they have started to, in the Skywalk, Lamy Elevate, they do know me by name there now.
Oh,
which
okay.
I was like, oh, I become one of them.
Remember going to Lamy on
Locust?
Locust? Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, occasionally Nadia and I would walk down to Lamy on Locust, kind of by the Jimmy John's there, and we'd get a little snack. Take it
Little
back to
snack.
the old radio ranch.
Little breakfast, little pizza.
Oh, I want to talk about the old GM.
Oh my fucking God. You guys are not prepared for the hilarity of this story. Do not pull up the picture though. You cannot show the photo.
Why not?
Because then we're going to be like those people who are bitter and bitchy.
Oh.
And yes, we are those things, but like, I'm not trying to deal with that, frankly.
Well, anyway, I want to pull up the picture because it's funny.
I know it's funny, but just you have to explain it really well. Don't show his photo here. Don't do that.
Okay. Which one? They've had like 3.
Damn. Judy coming in with the 1, 2, pit, 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 pit.
So it was the one that told Nadia and I that we were being let go.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Lance.
His name is Lance. Yeah.
But anyway, so he got there and he lasted like a year, maybe 18
Less.
months.
Oh yeah, a little more than a year. Yep.
And I found out, so we got let go October 2020. I found out, I want to say June 2021, maybe. I heard that he was gone. Like
Mm-hmm.
he didn't achieve what they hired him for, so they kicked his ass out of there. And then I
He
saw
said-
huh?
Judy said, "Am I wrong?" No, Judy, you're
No,
100% correct.
no, you're
They
correct.
always there's a lot of turnover there now.
There's so he got let go, I want to say June or July of 2021. Then I saw that he was trying to start his own marketing company in town. And I should preface it with he spent like Modesto, California or something, or Sacramento.
Yeah.
And before that, it was like maybe Chicago. Then he's from Auburn or something. But so he's not from around here. So he's still doing that. But and I know some people who he's approached about marketing, and they're like, "Fuck off."
Right.
But I just happened to think of him the other day, so I looked him up on LinkedIn, and motherfucker now is cleaning dryer vents.
He's not. He's the owner of the
right.
dryer vent place.
He owns the dryer vent wizard, which is a real thing. It's like a franchise thing. And I talked to a couple former employees that you and I both know.
Yes.
One of them said they're advertising on a radio station, his station, B-Sox. And Ryan said that it's funny. I text Ryan that the day I text you, and he's like, "Yeah, they called me today about hiring them."
Well, and he also is a person who fired Ryan.
Yeah.
So like the audacity to call up somebody you fired to be like, "Hey, so do you need your dryer vent clean?" Like, I would rather have my house start on fire than have you come here and clean any vent. Like, I've secretly been hoping that I get that call and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, let's set it up." And then I give them the completely wrong address and they go somewhere like 2 hours out of the way or something. Like, I just want to be so petty. I really hope they call me, but I think he knows better.
Well, you think he'd know? So I don't know. I never found out from Ryan if it was him who called him, or because I found somebody else who's like the GM of the dryer vent company. There's somebody there in addition to the old guy. We'll call him Dickface. Give him the address to the ARL. Yeah.
Hey, JR.
Hey, JR, we're talking about former GM Lance. If you have any stories, buddy, chime in. But so, yeah, I don't know if he called Ryan or if it was some other dude, but I told Ryan, like, "Oh, please, I hope he calls me."
I know. I was seriously, y'all ever like rehearse conversations in your head when you're driving? Like, you be driving and you get to your destination and you don't remember like the 20-minute drive to get there, but you were like in your head like, "Oh, I wish that bitch would say this because then I would say this. And if they said A, I would say B." And you're just like running up all these cool conversations. That was me driving home from work the other day. When you text that to me, I was like writing it down like, dryer wizard. How about me? Like, I was just like having a whole roast in my head about what I would say if these people called me.
Like, if he called me, I wouldn't want to right away say, "Oh, fuck you," click.
Right.
I'd want to lead him along, tickle his balls a little bit, and then get him to the point where he thinks he's going to get my money. I'm like, "Actually, no, the dryer vent king just undercut you, so I'm going with them."
Or no, I would say, "Actually, you know what? I have decided to go in a different direction," because that's what they said to us when we got fired. So
that's good.
No. And also, fuck off.
Yeah.
And the best part, hold on, we buried the lead here. The best part is the photo, which we're not going to show because we're not that petty of bitches, even though we are, but like, I'm trying to be better. It's him in a denim vest or a denim jacket with denim jeans and like, I don't know, some lame t-shirt.
It's
like
denim. He's fucking denimed up. He thinks he's Patrick Swayze from 1985.
It's a Canadian tuxedo through and through. And it's like him leaning on the van that says like dryer vent wizard. I was like, "No, you didn't." He had his wife like, "Charlotte, can you come take this picture of me?"
Do I look good? Do I look professional?
Judy said, "Ew." Yeah, exactly, dude.
Remind me what your connection is to that building, if any?
Judy's engaged to Joey Gatchel.
Right.
Bill's son. Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Judy said so much cringe. There's nothing worse than like dads trying to take hip photos. Oh, it's so bad.
It's like just put on the polo with the logo and lean up against the truck and smile. You don't have to go with the kids love the denim. I got my Old Navy collection here. Let's do this.
Damn, Judy said LMAO at Luke. That's not my business. That's not my business, Judy.
But anyway, I saw that and I literally laughed out loud when I saw that. And I had to pass it on to Nadia and everybody I know is like, ooh, this is good.
Oh my God, that's like when the one day when I logged into the like radio forum and saw that your replacement quit. Bitch, I was calling everybody. I even texted him SOS 911 and then he answered and I was like, bitch. anytime your friend calls you and they start the conversation with bitch, buckle up, buckaroo, because it's gonna be a whole discussion.
Yeah. Don't get many of those. But when they do happen, it's good. It's delicious. It's, tap the corners of your mouth with a handkerchief good.
It's chef's kiss. Super Nintendo said, does he have a brimmed hat? Oh, I wish. He had like a little Western cowboy hat on.
I so want to show the picture because, I think, look, if you just go to LinkedIn and look up dryer vent wizard, I'm sure you'll find it. The guy's name is Lance. So.
Jesus Christ. Also, if you need your dryer vents cleaned, go literally anywhere else.
And what the fuck is a dryer vent wizard? I never in my life thought to hire anybody to clean that out. It's like also cleaning it out is not hard, or you just replace the whole fucking vent.
There's it goes deeper than that though. Like you have your vent, but then there's all that other like lint and stuff that gets like trapped underneath the dryer. And I'm part of a Reddit group called Satisfying as Fuck. And you'll see like people will go outside and open up the little vent thing and like pull it out. And there's like years and years and years and years of like dryer lint in there. So they gotta go in there and like clean it all. They make sure that your house doesn't start a fire.
No, I know, but typically all the average consumer has to worry about is the exhaust vent that goes out the house. That's all you have to worry about. Is it best to once in a while dig in there into the machine and clean it out? Absolutely. I did that maybe 8 months ago. But hey, septic girl. But it's not that hard, It's super easy. Like I literally don't clean out the vent. I just unhook it, throw it away, and get a new one. It's like $15. Who cares? Every 5 years, worth it.
I just throw out my whole dryer because I'm super rich. So anytime the dryer gets a little full, I'm like, you know what? Oh, I'm gonna throw it away.
I mean, hiring somebody to clean your dryer vent is kind of like hiring somebody to organize your silverware drawer. Yeah, you could pay somebody to do it, but it's not that fucking hard.
Yeah, but organizing your silverware drawer isn't a fire hazard.
Well, neither is replacing your dryer vent. Not a fire hazard. They have
to do more in-depth cleaning.
They don't have to. They don't have to. That's what I'm saying. Look, if you want to be super safe, clean everything out. Absolutely. But you only have to clean the dryer vent itself. The tube, the part coming out of the dryer to the vent on the side of the house. Just clean that tube. That's it.
Clean the tube. Septic girl said, sorry, I'm late. But God damn it, don't ever do it again.
You're dead to me.
Dan said, maybe if he also cleaned out the AC vents. Well, the truck clearly states, Dan, that they are the dryer vent wizards. Nothing in there about dryer vent / AC wizards, okay? So I think this is dryer vent. I have no idea.
Yeah, maybe if they also clean out the AC vents, but it just seems like one of those very niche things that it doesn't need to exist. Somebody created that. It's like they created a problem that wasn't there.
Right. Yeah. I also have been very suspicious lately of all the work vans I've been seeing driving around with names I've never fucking heard of. Like Bob's tire repair and dog walking service. And I'm like, who? Okay. Now, first of all, and it's like a van, like it says very clear on it, like Bob's tire replacement and dog walking service. And I've seen like 4 or 5 that just have these businesses that make no sense. I'm like, did somebody actually hire you? I see the Molly Maid things all the time. And I'm like,
yeah,
are they actually hired? Do people hire them?
I think they probably make their money off of
Like businesses?
No, not even businesses. I mean, I'm sure that's probably a good chunk of their income, the revenue, but my guess is they probably do a lot of business with like, oh shit, my mother-in-law's coming into town and, you know, here's $150, clean the house, you know?
My mom used to clean houses for super rich people when I was younger because it got paid in cash. And I would go to work with her sometimes and feel like a rich bitch. And then my mom would be like, why are you laying on the couch? You gotta dust that. And I'm like, fuck. Leslie, leave me alone. I'm living right now in my beach house.
Nadia, quit trying on those dresses. Those aren't yours.
Nadia, and I was nosy as shit too. Like I'd go with my mom and we'd go like it because you'd have to clean the bedrooms and stuff. You wouldn't change the sheets and do all that stuff, but just dust. And I'd be like,
I know, yeah.
What's under here? What's in the drawer? Oh, the drawer just opened by itself. Weird. That's super weird that happened.
Super Nintendo said, holds leaf blower in one hand, a shop vac in the other. Wizardry at its finest. You've never seen a dryer vent so clean. Call now for overpricing.
1-800-PAY-US, asshole.
Yeah.
Judy said same. Oh yeah, I'm nosy as shit. I was like 9 or 10, and I loved going to work with my mom because one, the super rich people always loved me and they would give me snackies, and two, I could rifle through all their shit.
We should call them up and say, hey, I heard Dryer Vent Wizard, you're doing 50% off if they mention you on the Morning Moose Twitch show.
Oh my fucking God. I would die.
But first you'd have to ask them, wait, so you clean dryer vents? Really? That's your business model, huh?
That's all. That's what
Watch,
you
they
come
show
up
up.
with?
They show up. They take the tube off the back of the dryer and go, there you go. $100, please.
They just like hit it off the sidewalk a couple times.
They just bang it on the side of the house. Yeah, that's
there
good.
You go.
Anyway, enough about that turd. That was funny, though.
I do love it. I love everything about it, frankly.
That was pretty fucking good.
Shall we talk about the Washington?
Oh, the Washington football team.
Commies.
Formerly the Washington Redskins, they were without a name because obviously Redskins was offensive, and that only took about a 20-year fight. But they couldn't make it in the radio biz. Now you got to clean your dryer lint. Yeah, pretty much.
I'd rather just be unemployed, honestly.
I mean, don't you have any other real skills? But so Washington Redskins, they went without a name for a couple years. Now they announced today, and their timing just sucks. And we'll get to that in a little bit. But they're now the Washington Commanders, which is okay. I really don't have a problem. I hate the team because Dan Snyder's the owner, and he is a major fucking asshole.
Major.
Yeah, he's like the epitome of rich asshole. There's a book called Next Man Up, and it's about like life in the NFL. It followed the Baltimore Ravens for a season, and there's some Dan Snyder stories in there.
I've never really met, actually. No, never mind. I was going to say something and then realized it'd be better if I shut up.
But
anyway,
the best shorthand I heard for Washington Commanders is the Durs.
Yeah, or like, what are you going to call them? The Manders? Like, what is the comms? You can't call them the commies.
Oh, that'd be kind of funny. Yeah, the Commandos?
The Durs? The Ers?
It just have to be Commanders, right?
You can't call them anything else.
You can call them like, so in the Navy, the abbreviation for Commanders, CDR.
Okay,
CDMR?
but you can't say, come on, CDRs.
You can call them Cedars, the Cedars. Yeah, my point is there's really nothing there. You're calling them Commanders or Durs or Commies.
That was the best y'all could come. Y'all went out without a name for over a year. And y'all sat down and put all 7 IQs that you have to, or however many goddamn brain cells that y'all have together. And the best you could come up with over the course of a year was Commander. What is even their mascot? Tell me it's Salamander the Commander, because I will fucking die.
You know, I don't think they have a mascot. It's just
I hope it's a salamander, the commander. Commander.
let's see.
Sal the commander. Like there are so many other. We could brainstorm better names for them right now.
Well, they had some better names. Shit, what was the other ones? They had some other names, but I can't think of what the hell they are, and I can't find the list. But there was, off the top of my head, there were some better alternatives. I mean, Commanders isn't bad. It's definitely not the best. My guess is naming a sports team is kind of super hard because
what?
A, you don't want to offend anybody. B, you want it to be something people can really get excited about / feel like it's a part of the community.
Super Nintendo said, taking it to the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown dirters. Like, I was going to say you could call them the lightning or the thunder because they're in Washington and it rains all the time. But again, you could run with the same dilemma, which is, what are you going to call them? The Nings? The lights? Like,
well, why, you call them the Potomacs? The monuments?
The monuments would be kind of cool.
I think monuments is kind of cool. The only problem with that is that kind of sounds like you're not solitary, sedentary, and not moving very fast.
Yeah, that's true. Dan said Washington swamp things. Oh, there you go.
There's that.
Or like, is there a state? What's the Washington state flower? Let me look it up because you know what? I'm annoyed now. The state flower is the Pacific rhododendron. Well, that's a baller name. Here come the Washington rhododendrons. It sounds like a transformer. I'm going to call them the rhododendrons.
Rhododendrons?
Yeah. That's how you say it.
That's how you say it.
Oh, okay. Pacific rhododendron. Rhododendron. What
about the Washington Parliaments?
Oh, I like that. Or the Washington. The national flower of Seattle is a dahlia, but that's almost too delicate.
The Washington corrupts.
Well, their bird is a goldfinch, so that's kind of cool. If they were to be the goldfinches, you can call them the finches or the golds. That's
goldfinch is like it's kind of a wispy bird. It's not like a bird of prey. You can't name a team after a lark.
Right? Yeah, it's true.
The Washington sprig-bellied robins.
Okay, well, the endemic mammal is the marmot. That would have been easy. The Washington marmots. Duh. Why didn't they do that? Or, okay, my favorite is they have a state fish and it's a steelhead trout. Could you imagine your team being named after a goddamn fish?
But it kind of sounds cool, the Washington Steelheads. That's too close to Steelers, I guess.
Yeah. Shay said, I swear if it's a chicken, I'm calling them the Washington Cocks. No, not a chicken.
There's probably a lot of bullshit you got to go through this whole process. It's all got to be approved by the league. I guarantee that.
Well, their state insects is the Darner dragonfly.
Ugh. Dragonfly is a cool name.
I know, right? Washington dragonfly. Actually, that sounds kind of fucking lame.
Maybe it's too close to dragon, which was, I believe, a mascot for one of the failed football leagues like XFL or European NFL.
Oh, they were called the Dragons? Interesting.
There was a team called the Dragons, I'm pretty sure. By the way, do you see the ads for the new USFL that they're launching? I want to say in spring.
No. Does it suck?
It probably will. They've tried these leagues at least 3 times and nothing's really stuck.
Okay, their state fruit is an apple. Could you imagine trying to intimidate everybody and you're the Washington Apples?
Well,
then if it's a red apple, they would still technically be called the Redskins because it's a red apple.
Oh, true.
You know what I mean?
Right. But then they'd be confused with Washington State because apples are kind of known to be from Washington State.
Oh my, wait a minute.
Oh, the Washington Beltways.
Wait a minute.
No, wait a minute.
Hold on. I may have
What is that blanket, by the way?
I
Huh?
I messed up. I messed up something.
I just figured out she's an idiot. Oh no. Were you thinking it was Washington State? Oh my God. Give me a break.
I was like, Rain's there all the time. You didn't call me on that? No one wanted to say. All right, well, we got to start this whole thing over because I was looking at all the shit for Washington State. I'm going to die. I'll see myself out.
I'm making a stream marker. It says the Washington State Commanders. No, Nadia, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. My brain was just like, I don't know. I was thinking of Seattle, too. And I just was like, Washington.
I didn't see Dan's post. Washington isn't a state.
Sorry. Dan said, I was trying to warn you.
God damn it, Nadia.
But it's like, I knew. It was like when I found out Cherry Garcia was named after Jerry Garcia. But it's like, I know who Jerry Garcia was.
You just didn't connect it.
I just didn't connect it. And like the Washington Redskins, I know that that's East Coast, but for some reason in my brain, I was thinking Washington State. You know what? I don't want to hear about it. We can't all be perfect.
It's kind of like the non-death version of the Mandela effect.
I just was like,
holy shit, Nadia, says Shay. God. I thought you kind of followed football.
I do. What I'm saying is I know that they're a DC team, but just in my brain was just like thinking Pacific Northwest for some reason. I don't know. It's like, again, I know this. I just was like, meh.
How often does that happen? Like if we're talking about octopus and all of a sudden you're like, yeah, but they can fly for 30 miles, like, would that happen?
No, but
do you need to lay down? Do you need to rest your head?
Sometimes that'll happen at work too, like things that I do every day. And then one day I'll just be like,
Shay said to Dan, and you hired her.
I'm surprised Dan hasn't texted me and been like, we're going to have to rethink. There's been a couple times where I've done that with Dan, where I'm like, hey, my USB drive's not working. And he's like, okay, so what else can you do? And I'm like, I don't know. Like,
drip.
My brain hole hurts.
And on that note, why don't we do the stupid news?
Good, made me feel.
Sorry, it's just a stupid little button here.
Stupid news.
Stupid news. There's I'll do the story. There's a young woman in Iowa who mistook the Washington, D.C. football team for Washington State. Probably was trying to push it towards Oregon, too.
Yeah.
And that young woman is Nadia. What's going on?
Okay, so there's video proof of this.
Wait, we're talking about queso dip?
No, what are you talking about?
I'm just pulling the Nadia here.
Oh. It's not the same. Anyway, we're going to Pennsylvania, which is apparently near Washington, D.C., so I've heard.
Yeah, it's just north of Idaho, I believe.
Yes. There is video of this, and it's delightful, and we watched it at the office today. So Golden Corral, as we know, is a buffet, and sometimes it attracts humans that probably shouldn't go out in public. It's like the Walmart of restaurants.
It's the one dining out experience you could wear sweatpants and a wife beater and not feel awkward about.
Well, here's the hot gossip. So this entire brawl breaks out at this Golden Corral in Pennsylvania, and somebody was in line waiting for steak. Okay. Somebody cuts in front of that person and starts being like very particular about how they want their steak. And then somebody else spoke up and said something that another person didn't like. And anyway, it turned into a 40-person fucking brawl.
Yay.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
Roll the footage.
Hold on, here we go.
Glenn.
Okay.
Video
Well-
shared with Eyewitness News shows punches being thrown and high chairs flying as a fight breaks out inside the Golden Corral in Bensalem Friday evening. Bensalem police confirm the brawl may have involved more than 40 people and happened following
Jesus.
an argument among some customers, but officers didn't know what sparked the argument. JK Hospitality, the Golden Corral franchise, wrote in a statement, "Thankfully, no serious injuries have been reported. The safety of our guests and coworkers is our top priority." But a former employee says his friend who works at the restaurant was hurt.
My friend, she's in the video, like trying to break it up, and she told me like she got hit by a table and her ankle got bruised up pretty bad, and yeah, it's scary stuff. There was 2 parties in line.
They got this throwing high chair, fucking tables.
Right. Like all this over some food that isn't even that good.
Oh no.
Somebody else spoke up and said something, I guess the other party didn't like, and then it just looks like it turned into an all-out brawl.
I
Yeah.
love how it says gather
Yeah.
on the wall. Gather here with grateful hearts. Come on into Golden Corral. Come on in.
I've been to Golden Corral like 3 times, and it's been just nothing to write home at all about. There's been no good, like, oh, those blanks were good. That never happened
Yeah.
at Golden Corral. It's all just like plastic with butter on it and some shredded beef that's been glued back together.
Yeah, it's not great. She's Danish said, not gonna lie, I kind of get it. I about threw hands at a kid who ate all the skin off the chicken at Pizza Ranch one. Wait a minute. So the kid in the communal chicken, like picked off all the skin. He didn't take it back to his table and pick it off. He picked it off in the bin where
Oh,
everybody
no.
goes to get it. Ew, because if that's true, I would have murdered a child.
That's like expulsion right there. You know, you're literally, that's a health hazard, you know?
That's disgusting. Geez, Dana said yes. Ew, where were his guardians? Where were his parents?
It amazes me how people don't know how the buffets work, you know? They go up there with their dirty dish and reload, or, you know, just picking the skin off the chicken breast in the bin under the, you know, heat lamps. That chicken, though. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Cheese Danish said the motherfucker took the tongs and took it all. The parents said nothing. So he was there with the tongs ripping the skin off the chicken. Oh, that's amazing
I
and
mean,
disgusting.
was he using his hands or the tongs to pull the skin off?
He said the tongs.
Well, it said took the tongs and took it all.
I'm assuming that means took the tongs.
Okay.
And use the tongs to pry the skin off. See, I do that, but I do that after I take the chicken to my table, like a normal American.
Yeah, that's what I was going to get at. Like, I guess it's kind of the same in a way, but so take 5 chicken breasts back to your table and just rip the skins off and eat those.
Yeah.
Damn it, Cartman.
Truly. There's a whole episode where Cartman's friends ignore him and he thinks he died because the mom brings home KFC, and while the kids are helping the mom like unload the groceries, Cartman goes in and eats all the skin off the chicken. And so they all get so mad at him, they ignore him, and he thinks that he's dead because everyone hates him now.
I'm actually surprised that this is the first, at least publicized fight at Golden Corral. I would think there'd be more fights at places like that.
It just like once somebody throws a punch, everyone's like, okay,
Let's go. Let's do it.
I've had a lot of pent up anger that I have been unable to get out. This seems like a perfect outlet.
What's interesting is there's a few people, but for the most part, everybody's getting involved in this. There's a woman over in the corner who's here on the left. She's just she's leaning over a table throwing, like, I'm guessing silverware or maybe hopefully a hot roll or something.
I don't know. The video's not playing up on our like Twitch screen.
Oh, right.
So
Sorry. Yeah.
Right.
Well, anyway, you get my point. You know,
Oh yeah. Cheese Danish said, pretty sure there was a fight over crab legs. Yes, I do think I saw that as well. I do love Reddit. It's great for everything.
Reddit is the shit.
It truly is. Oh, Jesus. So anyway, that's what's going on in Pennsylvania.
Damn you, stupid news.
Fucking steelheads. let's see. I wanted to, what are you doing? You're doing something
What?
on the sheet.
No, I'm just scrolling around.
Oh, okay.
Shall we do Am I the Asshole?
Yeah, let's do that. The volleyball thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole? Let me mark it. I've been meaning to put highlights up. I just been slacking on that. Am I the asshole? Volleyball versus soccer game. So what happened here is this person's working. They asked if they were the asshole for telling their coworker that their personal out of work activities are as important as her kids. So I'm a married 36-year-old woman with no plans to have kids. I recently had an issue with a coworker where our boss emailed her/I to ask if one of us could cover an evening call. Apparently they get calls after hours sometimes. The coworker asked me to do it because her son had a soccer game, but I said that I can't do it because I had a volleyball game. She said that I should do it because the soccer game is for her kid and my volley game is just for me. I said that respectfully, my outside of work commitments are not less important than hers because I don't have children, and that she should take the call because I had taken the last two. Fair. She scoffed at me, and I know that other people around the office have been gossiping about me since and saying that it was super messed up that I made her miss her kid's soccer game. I think it's incredibly important to support working mothers. I'm always more than happy to accommodate the schedules of the mothers I work with when it doesn't cause a significant inconvenience to me. So this person sounds sensible. Like she said earlier, she's covered the last two.
Right.
For example, some coworkers leave early to pick up their kids. Our company is great about that, and I'm happy to work project schedules around that. I also would have taken that call if I hadn't had a conflict, as long as it wasn't a pattern of me taking significantly more evening calls. Talked to a friend about this who's a mother. She said that I should have just done it because people who don't have kids really should have more empathy for working parents, and we don't understand how hard it is.
Y'all picked to have kids, though.
I said respectfully that I do understand that working mothers have much more stressful lives than I do, which is why I decided not to be a mother. I also said that I can have respect and empathy for working mothers and also value my time/choices equally. She similarly scoffed and said that I don't understand. Am I the asshole here?
No. Nope.
No, it's like
Nope.
your time is just as valuable as their time. Like you said, they chose to have kids. And yeah, it is a lot more work when you have kids, but that's the life you chose. You probably knew that getting into it.
Hopefully you knew that.
Yeah.
And also, all of that aside, the whole kid mother debate, non-mother debate thing, she covered the last two calls, two evening calls. Bitch, your turn. Your turn. What the soccer schedule done been out, and you had homegirl cover the last two calls. So time to pay the piper now. Little Johnny's going to have 17 more soccer games. He's not going to become an American psycho serial killer because you missed one of his soccer games. So you're fine.
Yeah.
Secondly, I just find myself siding more with the original poster here. One, because I also will not be having kids, and I've run into some situations where it's not the exact scenario, but people are like weary because you don't want them, and therefore think that you should do all these extra things because you don't want them. And it's like, no, I don't want them because I don't want extra things.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, it's like you said, take the whole parent, not parent thing out of it. The original poster has done it twice already. They're probably looking forward to finally being able to go play their volleyball or whatever with the guys or, whatever, and suck back some beers, Well, you should have more empathy. No, you should just fucking, suck it up this time and do it. And guess what? Hubby's probably gone. Have him do the whole FaceTime thing.
Right.
Or FaceTime Junior at the game. Look at that. Oh, Robbie, say hi to your mom. Oh, she's working. Hi, Mom.
Well, I'm like, how old's the kid? Because if it's a 6-year-old, the soccer games are just the kids running around anyway, not really doing anything. Like, is it state? Is it varsity? Is he on a big team? Or is he 6 playing peewee soccer?
Well, also, a soccer game's what, 2 hours?
Yeah,
So how long is this fucking phone call going to be?
exactly. Right.
Is it scheduled? Is it supposed to be, if you're off at 5 and it's scheduled for 7:30, can't you leave and then come back at 7:15? I mean, you don't have to be there the whole goddamn game. Like you said, it's soccer. You run this way, they run that way, run this way, run that way. Who cares?
Yeah. Somebody said on Reddit, not the asshole, but your mistake here is telling her what your personal business was. That's
Yeah,
private.
I was
because
thinking about
once you
that
put
too.
it out there, it's up for community judgment. Next time, less said, the better.
Always default to, I mean, if you like they said, you don't have to tell people shit, but you know, if they push, you'd be like, look, I got a doctor's appointment or I got a health thing I got to attend to. Then people are usually like, okay, all right, none of my business.
I just like you. Hopefully, right. When I say this, hopefully we live in a world someday where all parents are parents because they choose to become parents. And it sounds like this coworker, happily chose to have kids. That does not mean that everybody else then has to drop everything around to cater to you, because that was your decision. Your decision was to have kids. So it's not someone else's burden to bear because you decided to have kids. It's not like they hatched out of a pod and summoned you. You had them. You picked it.
Well, and it's just basic decency, going back to the original poster said, I had done this twice before. There's your answer. It's like,
Right.
Damn it. Yeah, Janice here has done it twice. All right, I'll do my part.
Exactly. That's just.
And again, it's nobody's business. I wouldn't have volunteered the volleyball thing. I'd be like, no, I got some personal shit I got to tend to. Sorry.
Well, and then have you ever had the coworker who's like, well, what is it? Well, it's none of your business. Thank you. It's like when you ask for paid time off at work and
where are you going?
Everyone gets PTO. And you put in the request. Well, why? Because I don't want to fucking be here. Okay. It's my time. Thank you.
Occasionally I like to be paid for not being here.
Right. I do not want to be here. That is the reason.
Shay said kid probably didn't even have a soccer game.
Yeah.
Or maybe, coming from a parental side of things, maybe the kid was going to be off playing the soccer. She and the husband were going to get their sex on, have a date night or something.
Have one another time, dude.
Yeah.
Like
there's always a way.
I just, like, once you become a parent, you should automatically know that you are going to be inconvenienced 93% of the time.
Yeah.
Nothing will go as planned when you become a parent. I'm not a parent, and I know these things.
I can't tell you how many times Jody and I have had date nights ruined because of kids. And by date night, I mean, stuck at home, COVID. The kids are asleep and we're doing our date night stuff, whether it's shipbuilding or watching 80s videos on YouTube or playing a game together. It never fails. Like the kid will come out, and before you know it, we're both just fucking tired and we're done with date night.
Exactly. This was fun. Let's circle back on this date night when we feel like it.
Am I the asshole? No, you're not the asshole, original poster.
No, you are not.
Did you hear about this lawsuit filed by Brian Flores?
No, I did not.
He is the former head coach of the Miami Dolphins. This is an interesting story because this could break open the NFL. Like, this might change things.
I love it.
For the NFL and how they and owners do things, because now you're hearing stories similar to what he's alleging. He filed a lawsuit against the NFL, the Dolphins, and collectively, I think all the NFL teams.
Oh, shit.
He's claiming discrimination in the hiring process. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to unpack from this. One of the examples was he felt like he was used as a token to fulfill the Rooney Rule. You know what the Rooney Rule is?
No.
Like when a head coaching position opens up, NFL teams have to interview at least one minority candidate.
Okay.
So the story he put out there was he went to Denver to interview for their head coaching job. This is 3 years ago or something. And John Elway, the then general manager, was like an hour late to the meeting and he was hungover. And it was just kind of like, he got from that interview very much like imagine like you're sitting there talking to somebody and they just keep looking at their watch, you know?
Yeah.
That kind of vibe. But also the biggest thing to come out of this lawsuit is he claims that Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, wanted him as the head coach of the Dolphins to lose games in an effort to secure the number 1 pick in the 2019 draft. Now he offered him $100,000 bonuses, $100,000 for like every game they lost. Yeah, that's
the big one.
That's the big one. That's the accusation. I mean, I hope this lawsuit changes the hiring process because it seems like in the NFL, there's like this wonderkin offensive coordinator for whatever team, and he's like 35 and white, and he instantly jumps to the head of the line when it comes to interviewing for a job, even though he has 2 years of experience coordinating an offense. But
yeah.
Hopefully that changes, but this is interesting because now you're hearing there's accusations. Hugh Jackson, the former coach of the Browns, all but admitted that the Browns did that. They wanted him to lose. And it wasn't $100,000 a game, but they incentivized it. That's what he's accusing. But do they need to try to lose? They're the Dolphins. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, once you start paying people to do X, Y, Z, then things get a little janky.
But
also, I love that he comes out with this when he gets fired. And I'm not being sarcastic about that either. Like, yeah, they got rid of you. Bring everybody down. Yes, Lord. That's what we're doing. We're bringing everybody down.
Well, I mean, good for him because this will probably ruin his career. I don't think anybody's going to hire him. Maybe, but my guess is no. But yeah, sham interviews, incentivizing tanking. There's a lot there. And this is not what the NFL wants in any regard, at any measure, at any point, especially now that they've gotten this legalized betting situation going over the last year. Because remember, the Supreme Court ruled you can legally bet on sports. Yeah. So now you see all the ads, and now you see the NFL, the official betting sponsor of the NFL, FanDuel or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
That's money in their pocket. They don't want to lose that. Now they're going to look kind of hypocritical if they're allowing owners, coaches, whoever to intentionally lose games to get better draft positions.
That is nuts. It's not surprising though. There's a Netflix documentary. I can't remember what the hell the name of it's called. But like every episode is like a different sports scandal. And there's one about Arizona State back in, I think, the 90s with the player called Headache Smith. And he got approached by these people to like start point stacking. And he ended up getting, I don't know, like a couple $100,000. They were chipping him off just a really tiny piece of the block because they were making like $2-3 million off of these games betting in Vegas. And he was the point guard for ASU. And he was supposed to get drafted number 1 and got caught and went to prison and never got drafted. And it's like, yeah, that'll mess up your stuff pretty quick. I don't know why people think they won't get caught, especially now.
Bad Sport is the documentary series you're referring to.
Yes. Great series. I love it.
But boy, this would be interesting to see where this goes.
I can't wait. I love a scandal. I hate the NFL so much, but I do love football. So
I know
it's bummer.
It's bittersweet, right? Like I hate the NFL, but damn, I love rooting for the Niners and watching the games. You know,
I love draft day. I love watching like people realize that their dreams are coming true and like all the hard work. And I love to follow players from college through, to the NFL. But God damn it, if the NFL isn't a shit show.
I know, right?
It's sad because like I hate it, but I also really like to watch football. So,
oh, man.
Speaking of football, we need to talk about the Superb Owl, which is coming up next weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so for those of you who have watched What We Do in the Shadows, there's this whole episode around the Super Bowl. and the vampires think it's called the superb owl, and they think they're gonna like be hanging out with an owl the whole time. Anyway, my boss, one of my bosses at the office, is also a massive What We Do in the Shadows fan, and we watch it every single day at work.
Is Dan still on here?
Is Dan still on here? No, I don't see him.
Oh, okay. Did you remind him about the pirate show?
I don't think I reminded Dan.
Okay. All right.
But his brother Keith is the one who's the What We Do in the Shadows fan. And I texted them and I was like, hey, are we doing a superb owl party? And Keith was like, yeah, you guys can like come over, whatever. And I Googled superb owl today and I found these shirts on Etsy that say superb owl, the ones I sent to you, Moose.
Yeah, I got it up there.
I messed up my spending freeze because without thinking, I bought one.
You bought one. Perfect.
I bought one for the Super Bowl.
I want one.
I bought one for me and Tyler for this, and they're actually made in Iowa. The shop is in Iowa. But yeah, superb owl party. And I was like, I need this. And I totally forgot about my spending freeze. I just was like, yep, need it, bought it. And so I kind of fucked that up a little bit.
Oh, there's quite a few superb owl party shirts, sweatshirts. What's the traffic cone? I missed that on the show.
I don't know why they put a traffic cone on his head. Cheese Danish said, follow Super Bowl if you're not following it on Reddit. It's very superb owls. Oh, that's funny. They probably just put photos of owls. That's hilarious. The superb owl party. Do you think we'll get to touch his little beak? I don't know, darling. It depends on what mood the owl's in. So I broke my spending freeze for a superb owl party shirt. And you know what? I have no regrets.
It's $7, probably 10 with shipping.
I have no regrets.
No regrets.
0.
What color did you get?
Light blue.
Oh, okay.
Then I got Tyler a gray one. They also have a Jackie Daytona sticker that says, or they have a Jackie Daytona shirt that says Jackie Daytona, regular human bartender. If you guys haven't started watching What We Do in the Shadows, you really should. Great show. So anywho,
Jackie Daytona.
I'll have one regular human martini, please.
Let's see.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I might have to get that for Jody and I because we're both fans of that too.
Yeah. Also, we were gonna try the Little Debbie ice cream tonight. Cheese Danish said the traffic cone was when they go out with the bear and drink intoxicated people's blood.
Oh.
See, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't know why they decided to put the traffic cone on the owl's head. That didn't make sense because those episodes aren't related at all. But anyway, Monday, so Friday we have Friday Night Libations. Monday we're going to be trying the Little Debbie ice creams because I went to the Walmart on the south side today and they were not there.
Well, maybe trying it. We'll see.
Because my boss's nanny found them at the West Des Moines Walmart. So I got to go to West Des Moines Walmart. And oh, let me tell you what, the Southside Walmart is always wild and due for no good reason.
I hate going there. I
hate it so much.
It's one of those like I go and this is going to sound judgy and I apologize, but I go in there and I just go right to where I need to get the thing. I grab it and I go to the register and I check out. I don't want anything to do with anything that's going on in there.
I don't want to communicate with any of you people. I don't want to make eye contact with any of you people. Well, that's me anytime I go into public, really, honestly. When someone asks me, like, do you need help finding something? No, I do not. No, I do not. I specifically sat at home and mapped out my route through this store specifically so I wouldn't have to fucking talk to you people. Okay.
All right, I'm going to go down aisle 3. Stop here and just make.
At exactly 7:53, I will pass the candy aisle. At 7:54, I'll sit and stare at it. At 7:55, I'll decide which candy I want. So, yeah, it was wild in today too. Like everyone got off work and the line was so long that even if the Little Debbie ice creams were there, it would not have been worth it. Shay said, try Jordan Creek. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try it.
Yeah, I'm sure I've been to that one. It's, granted, it was a while. Where are you at? Sorry. It was a while ago. It was a while ago, but it's pretty clean and
pretty clean.
That's my only thing. I'm not like OCD. I'm not like a germaphobe, but for some reason I go on the south side it just feels dirty. The Southside Walmart just feels like I get the heebie-jeebies.
Well, and I
Sometimes the
wish, too, that-
jeebie-heebies.
Well, and it was funny too because I posted a video on our Instagram of me going to the Walmart, and they had on the end cap Little Debbie snacks. So I was like, oh, they gotta have the ice cream. No, they did not. They had the Cinnamon Toast Crunch ice cream. They had the Kit Kat ice cream. They had all of those like specialty flavors, but Little Debbie's bitch ass wasn't there.
Well, hopefully we get some for Monday. We'll see. I wouldn't count on it.
Oh, I'll find it.
Yeah. Hopefully we have. I'd like to try that. I think that's going to do it for us. We'll be back on Friday Night Libations. Please join us with a drink in hand as we wind down the work week with a little powwow involving the booze and all that other stuff.
Yes, Lord.
Make sure you like us on the Facebook page. Go to themorningmooseshow.com and get you a t-shirt. Oh, I got to hit up Lynn Phoenix.
Yes, we do got to hit up Lynn.
Because he won a t-shirt. And until next time, Friday, thanks for watching. And thanks to you, Ray Ray.
And goddamn it, Washington Commanders.
Goodbye.
As for me, I'm sitting here completely naked after my bath. I'm going to hopefully sleep with the first person I meet. I hope you do the same. You gotta live life, huh? Does that sound good? Great.
Good night, Ben. Good night, Moose.